Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are completely new, hello, I'm sincerely Niko. Definitely hit that subscribe button and join me here on YouTube and be a part of the XO squad because it's lit on this side of YouTube. It is, girl, it's lit. Alright guys, so as you guys can see what the title is below, we're going to be talking about a store that I am employed with. And I've been asked a lot on Twitter to do this particular video. So if you guys are interested on how to get hired at Sephora, what is it like to work at Sephora, and all of that good jazz, keep on watching. So I've been employed with Sephora for about 4 years collectively. And the reason why I say collectively is because I actually took a break in between when I originally got hired and I got rehired, of course, and I will explain all that situation on that process. But I've been with Sephora since 2013, and I've been with 2 different locations. And honestly, Sephora is a great company to work with. They have great benefits. They also do 401k, and they do a lot of great bonuses per month and per quarter, per year, all that good stuff. Sephora is just a great place to work at, especially if you are an aspiring makeup artist or an esthetician, or even with someone with a cosmetology license. Sephora is amazing to work with. So I don't have any of those certificates, any of those trainings or degrees, cosmetology, esthetician, or makeup certificates from makeup professional schools. I don't have none of those degrees. I actually have a bachelor's degree in educational psychology, and I started working with Sephora my senior year in college because I needed some extra money for graduation and stuff of all that good caliber. And Sephora was a great place to work at because they was hiring, and my Sephora that I originally got hired at was only open for, I want to say, like a 1.5 to 2 years. So they were fairly new, but nevertheless it was a great location. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about how I got hired and stuff of that kind of caliber. So the first thing that I want to talk about are the worlds, of course. So Sephora has multiple worlds, or in essence, if you think of like Scandal's different hats, multiple hats to wear. The main bulk of the profit from each store in Sephora itself is color. Color makes up about 70% of the whole entire business for Sephora because makeup is the leading forefront of beauty. Like, everybody loves makeup. Everyone loves makeup. Males in makeup, older women in makeup, younger crowds in makeup. You have teenagers that are coming in looking for makeup. You have prom season, homecoming season, senior pictures. You have wedding pictures. You have weddings and stuff like that. Like, makeup is the bulk of Sephora's business, and that world is called color. So if you are an aspiring makeup artist and you're looking at Sephora.com under careers and you're looking at jobs to apply for, you want to apply for anything that has to deal with color if you want to be a makeup artist. The next world that is also a great world to actually get into, and you will learn a lot about Sephora, is skincare. Skincare is the cutthroat of Sephora. If you don't know some of the key ingredients and some of the things that can actually be helpful for acne situations or preventative, anti-aging, reactive, stuff of that kind of caliber. If you don't understand how skincare and certain ingredients work on skin, then I would not advise working in skincare if you don't want to gain that vast knowledge. But if you're open to learning and getting education and elevating yourself as a person and knowing certain key ingredients to help, acne skin or oily skin, or combination, how to use particular brands to exfoliate, what is a chemical exfoliation, what is a mechanical exfoliation, all of that good jazz, then skincare might be a little bit tough for you, but it's a great world to actually open up and gain so much knowledge about. So in essence, if you are afraid of all of that, then I don't advise working in skincare. But if you are eager to learn about skincare is amazing. The next one I want to talk about is fragrance. Fragrance is pretty much anything that has to do with colognes, perfumes, eau de toilettes, body oils, lotions, all that good jazz, hair oils. That will all be classified in fragrances. So you have some massive big houses like Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel, Victor and Ralph, Versace, all that will be housed in fragrances, because each of those brands have a key fragrance that always come out either every year or every 2 years. You will always get a new fragrance from these particular brands somewhere down the line. So if you are okay with smelling fragrances and smelling scents all day and your nose is not sensitive to fragrances, then I recommend applying for fragrances as well too. The next world is one of the most easiest worlds, because anyone and everyone can pretty much do this if you have great knowledgeable and people person skills, and that is cash wrap. Cash wrap is the last point of sale. You are the last person that you will actually meet or talk to in Sephora. So if there was a bad experience or a good experience, that particular person will actually be the last person to get that information and make sure we celebrate the client for coming in and closing out the sale, adding on if possible. So if you have been working in retail or any point of sale place, then cash wrap or cashier will be a great place to actually start working at in Sephora as well too. It's easy, it's transferable from one particular brand to another. Only thing different is that you're going to be selling beauty products versus like clothing products. So cash wrap is a great place as well. So the last world is called operations. To me, I call them my gears and wheels, because without proper oiled gears and good inflated wheels, the car will not move. And operations is that type of team. They will help replenish any particular products that is not stocked up. Of course, they will take care of shipment. They will also do operations and animations, change the store around, update the store, update the gondolas, make sure that the gondola is prepared and all the new stuff is out and prepared for you to actually sell it. So operations is a great world if you're into the whole type of shipment and updating and animations kind of work. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the interview process and how I got hired for Sephora. Now, you can do vast research on YouTube and also the internet on how to get hired at Sephora, but each particular store does certain different things as far as interview process and hiring qualified candidates or potential candidates and getting them the offer letter and etc. of that nature. So the information I can provide for you might not be 100% for your particular store or your particular world, but it will give you some type of knowledge and some type of understanding on how to get hired in general. So my interview process was really quick and swiftly. I actually was not interested in working at Sephora when I actually applied at Sephora in the beginning. Sephora has been open in my old location for about 2 years, and makeup has not been something I have been thought about or been interested in. Of course, I've known about foundation and how to apply foundation because I wear foundation now and then for YouTube just to kind of smooth out my skin back when I had an old channel called 7 Ab Style, and it was all about fashion, and I was, getting in front of camera and my skin wasn't smooth enough, so of course I knew how to apply foundation and how to set everything. So that much of knowledge of makeup I knew about, but actually working in a makeup environment or a beauty environment was not my main interest. It was all about fashion. So I walked into Sephora and I asked them, were they hiring? They provided me with the information and they asked me did I have any knowledge or anything about beauty. And I was like, well, I'm actually looking for a friend and he's into makeup and he knows how to do the whole entire makeup ordeal and instead of that nature. So I was actually looking out for him because he was also working in retail and a clothing store. He wasn't getting that much hours, but he was looking to get another income, if you get what I'm understanding. Like I was looking out for another friend. When I went on Sephora.com, I applied for the seasonal fragrance position because color wasn't something I was strong in. Cash wrap I can definitely do, but I just didn't want to be stuck at the cash register all day. And skincare was something I was not interested in because, of course, if you're afraid of ingredients and how to make ingredients be proactive or reactive for your skin, then that's something that I don't really strongly advise anyone who don't have knowledge on skincare to apply for. So I applied for fragrance. Easy, because Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel, Victor Ralph, Christian Dior. Like, those are the fashion houses. Izzy Miyake's, and you know those fashion houses typically have fragrances to go with certain collections or certain themes and stuff of that kind of caliber. So it's easy to like know those and find out for certain fragrances that works for your type of aesthetics. And that's what I applied for because I knew fragrances. So I got the offer letter to do an interview, and it was a group interview. It was 6 of us, and I was the only male. And everybody else in that interview was actually applying for color. But me, I was like, oh, I'm going for fragrance. Too many people applying for color are as is. So this is pretty much an easy way to get into Sephora, is actually applying for a position that is not highly populated. Color is like the highly most requested and populated, how can I say, world that is always looking or open as far as the search goes for people to apply for. A lot of people don't really apply for fragrance, and a lot of people don't really apply for skincare or operations because those are some of the things that are a little more difficult or highly knowledged, or you just want to get in. Like, to me, fragrance was the easiest to get in. Fragrance and cash reps are your easiest 2 worlds to get in. So if you're looking to apply for one of those 2, and then you can work your way, like I did, to color. So what to wear for your interview when it comes down to that part? Business casual is strongly recommended, but if you can, try to be in all black because that is what the company is kind of looking for, because this is a makeup environment and makeup artists, enthusiasts typically wear all black. No matter if you're at a counter or if you're in stores like Sephora and MAC, you see everyone pretty much wearing all black. So you want to kind of fit the part if you are applying for these particular stores, and you just want to kind of look like you kind of gel or mesh in. So what I wore was just a simple black button-up shirt with a black bow tie, black slacks, and some flashy black shoes, some patent leather flashy black shoes. I wore, it was kind of cold at the time, so I also had a black trench coat. I had my hair braided back, my facial hair shaved and well kept. I had my nails manicured with the clear gel coat. I was really going in expecting to get the job, and that's something that you definitely want to do. You want to fit the part, look the part, and expect the part. So after the interview process, I received the email for an offer letter, and of course I accepted. I wasn't going to be no fool. I accepted that offer letter for a fragrance advisor. So that's pretty much my interview process, and what I strongly recommend for you guys to apply for, of course, is fragrance and cash wrap. In operations, color and skincare is very oversaturated or too hard to get into. So be careful if you don't have the knowledge of those particular worlds. I strongly don't advise applying because it's something that you want to do in life. Try to work your way into it. Over the 4 years that I was working with Sephora, of course, I started with skincare advisor. Then I got rehired, and I was like, do I want to go back to fragrance? I informed the store director that I wanted to actually expand my knowledge and branch out and actually do something that's a little more challenging. And I asked her, is there any openings in skincare? So I got rehired as a skincare advisor. Then I made my way to color. So you can transfer or rotate around worlds once you get hired at Sephora. You don't have to be stuck in one particular role or wear one particular hat. You can actually be very knowledgeable about the store from front end to back end. Alright, so the last part I want to talk about is actually educational and development that Sephora has to offer. Sephora is a great place because they house so many different types of brands, from K-beauty to all natural and vegan and organic brands. And that is also in color as well too. You have great trendy brands, you have social media enthused brands, then you also have your vegan and cruelty free brands. And it's just so much items and so much knowledge you can gain from Sephora. So with Sephora, education is a key ingredient on developing their artists and their advisors and their employees in general. There's a universe that Sephora created. It's called Sephora Universe, of course, and you can gain knowledge, elevate yourself by watching brand enthused videos, intermediate advanced skills and knowledge and techniques, and knowing when products come in and how to use these particular products before it actually hits shelves. Those will give you kind of like a visual knowledge. It's pretty much a visual university. And then you also have brand trainings where you can actually be trained by a brand representative when the brand comes in, and they'll teach you how to use a particular product, how to do a particular look or a particular eye for a particular season, and what items that they have to offer to actually capitalize and maximize on trends. And then last but not least, you also have clusters and retreats. Sometimes you will be flown out to different cities and states, or you will have a cluster in your own state where you will learn from brands and also from senior artists on how to do better applications, brush techniques, how to color correct, what works for people of deeper complexions and stuff of that kind of caliber. So those are your elevations, your educations, and your development standards that you will gain once you become a Sephora employee. Last but not least, there's a lot of room to grow. In essence, there is no glass ceiling with Sephora. I am a product child of that environment. Like I said, I got hired to be a fragrance advisor when I started in 2013. I left fragrance and went to skincare, gained some great knowledge that I still use to this day from skincare, and then I implement that into makeup, and now I'm a certified makeup artist. I do custom makeovers. I can also travel for Sephora. If Sephora has any events, I am eligible to do so, and all of that good caliber, and I'm eligible to go to clusters and stuff with that kind of ordeal and learn from different artists and different brands because of my knowledge and expertise that I have to offer for Sephora. And that's a great thing that Sephora has to provide for you. Not only they provide you with benefits, they provide you with education and development and room to grow. Like, I can go today, I can be a customized makeover artist or just a regular certified makeup artist, and tomorrow I can go and apply to be a senior artist, and the next day I can be a pro artist. It's not hypothetically speaking, but there's great rooms to grow with Sephora. And if you are still interested in Sephora after watching this video, I hope you apply and you learn as much as you can if you guys get hired, and you use that knowledge and that expertise and that innovation and that balance that you gain from outside of work and inside of work with Sephora, because Sephora values are just amazing to live by. And yeah, great things that you can get from Sephora, like gratis and travel expense, traveling with Sephora. It's just so much stuff that you can do with Sephora. So if you guys are interested, I do strongly apply. This is a great season, the holiday season, to apply for Sephora if you guys are interested. So definitely check out Sephora.com, type in your zip code, and I hope there is a position that you're interested in applying for, and I hope to see you one day at a cluster. So without further ado, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.